Jezebel, who is she? What does she represent to us today in the 21st century? She was the daughter of Etbaal, who was the man of Baal, who was a priest that was into witchcraft up in what is today Lebanon. She was a seductress. She seduced Ahab. She took over authority from a man, Ahab the king, who should have had the authority, who was a Jew, and she wasn't a Jew. And she was after control. She wanted to control and bring her false religion in.
Jezebel worshipped Baal and Asherah and convinced her husband Ahab to do the same.
That Jezebel hates God's authority. She wanted to kill Elijah. She wanted to kill all the prophets. She had seduced Ahab and had him under her thumb.
Ahab, son of Omri, did more evil in the eyes of the Lord than any of those before him.
King Ahab was not strong enough to subdue his wife's evil habits and soon found himself following her sinful practices.
She had usurped authority.
Omri, Ahab's father, had no idea that his strong-minded woman would almost single-handedly wipe out Judaism in Israel.
And she goes after God's leader.
Jezebel attacked God's leaders. Elijah, the prophet of God, challenged Jezebel and the prophets of Baal to offer sacrifices to their gods to see which one actually existed. Elijah had great faith. He prayed to God to ask him to send down fire from heaven to show the Baal worshippers that he was the one true God. When the God of Israel, the one true God, sent fire down from heaven, Elijah went and killed the prophets of Baal. When he did this, this infuriated Jezebel.
So Jezebel sent a messenger to Elijah to say, "May the gods deal with me, be it ever so severely, if by this time tomorrow I do not make your life like the one of them."
She unleashed a sexual tsunami, you might say, all over northern Israel. There was homosexuality and immorality and harlotry all over the high places of Israel. Babies, firstborn sons were being sacrificed. There were temple prostitutes all over Israel. Jezebel is a spirit of seduction.
Jezebel wore the pants in this relationship.
Ahab came home one day and said that he wanted Naboth's vineyard, but he couldn't get it. Jezebel said, "Cheer up, I'll get the vineyard for you." Jezebel set up a scheme to have Naboth killed and handed over the vineyard to her husband. After this, Elijah came to confront Ahab and Jezebel. He prophesied that Jezebel would be devoured by dogs by the wall of Jezreel. Jehu commanded that Jezebel be pushed down from a window, where she was pushed on the street and trampled by horses.
When they went to bury her, they found nothing except her skull, her feet, and her hands.
Jezebel's influence is still around for us today.
Now, Jezebel is loose in the 21st century. All you have to do is go out the door and see what women are wearing. All you have to do is turn the television on.
Here are some of today's examples of Jezebel's influence. Instead of dressing immodestly and displeasing to God, strive to be a woman of God. Strive to be the Proverbs 31 woman.
A wife of noble character, who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She provides food for her family. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her tasks. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. Her husband is respected at the city gate. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised.